Hi everyone, this is your young people's love tap video. Tips for dealing with people who are mean, bully, or shame you. So let's dive in. First of all, we can all be mean sometimes. It happens. It's part of being human. And then there are people who are meaner than others or routinely bully or shame people. So one of the things that sometimes happens with human beings is if someone feels hurt or they feel attacked in some way, oftentimes their response is to attack back. And that might come in the form of being mean or shaming or being a big bully. There are people who are simply very fragile in life. And any little thing, the wrong look, not saying the right word to them, etc., sends them down the rabbit hole into feeling hurt and wounded. First of all, don't be like that, people. Just work on yourself and grow and develop so you're not one of these young people who turns into a fragile adult where every little thing sets you off and every little thing hurts you. Just please don't do that. And the key to that is really growing and developing. So let's get into the tips for dealing with someone who's being mean, shaming, or bullying you. Number one, the first question you want to ask yourself if you've been in that situation or you're in that situation is, did I possibly do anything inadvertently, accidentally, or otherwise that could have provoked that type of response? Did I maybe say something, do something, etc.? Because sometimes we do things not intentionally, but we do things that hurt other people, unbeknownst to us. If that's the case, if you can take a moment and have a little introspection and self-reflection, and then you think, oh, well, I should have done this or that, or maybe blah, 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 then number one, you want to clean it up. You want to apologize. You want to say you're sorry. You want to acknowledge the situation and basically clean it up. There are many people who don't ever apologize, and I'm here to tell you that's not a powerful life. A powerful life is when you can take responsibility for your actions, intentional or unintentional, and say you're sorry. Of course, I also don't believe in apologizing if you're not sincere, but clean it up. Now, let's take the case where you've done a moment of self-reflection, introspection, and you realize, no, I didn't do anything to provoke, incite, or cause that type of behavior. In which case, if you've done nothing and you're clear you've done nothing, because oftentimes there is nothing that you did, in that case, I highly recommend an assertive approach with those people who are bullying, shaming, or are being mean, which might look like saying something along the lines of this. Well, it's too bad that you feel so badly about yourself that you have to be mean or shame or bully and treat me this way, because I'm sure on the inside, you're probably a really decent human being. That type of comment or response can put someone in their place and give them something to think about. So there's a lot of different responses you could come up with that are assertive, not passive aggressive, but assertive, that asserts that you don't appreciate the way that they're treating you. And I could do a whole video, I probably should do a whole video on assertiveness versus passive aggressive and being passive. But regardless, if you've done nothing, you can do nothing and just let them treat you that way, which I'm not a fan of that. As you can imagine, I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of saying, well, okay, I know you're a decent person, so I'm not sure why you're acting that way or something along those lines. But whatever you do, if people are shaming, bullying, or being mean to you, do not take it personally. This is not about you, because you're a decent human being, and I'm sure there's nothing you've done that merits that. Now, if you made a mistake, whatever, clean it up. I have a whole video on not taking things personally, but if you work on growing yourself, growth and development, then you can start to practice and build your repertoire of things to say when people behave badly, because people behave badly sometimes. And I do recommend that you don't stoop to somebody else's level. If someone's mean to you, bullies you, or shames you, you don't have to retort or come back with the same type of behavior, because you're better than that. And I know you're better than that. So don't stoop to their behavior and go to work on yourself. And in particular, go to work on what makes you happy, because the happier you are, the more you have a life plan that you're working on and you're up to something. I promise you, the less you're going to care about the shaming, the bullying, the being mean, because you're up to something, you're doing things that make you happy, and life is good. So I hope those things have been helpful. I know it's hard when people are mean or they shame or they bully you. Trust me, I have a lot of experience with that. I'm not happy to say that, but it's true. And let me know how I can help you, because I get great joy in helping people live a better life. Thank you. Take care. Have a great day.